Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room. I'm Burns. I'm your certified detox specialist. And tonight we're going to be talking all about how to pull and put all the information together that we've been studying over these last 7 modules in this beautiful program and putting it all together to transition fully from a standard American diet into a beautiful living protocol, a beautiful living, healthy, vital diet and lifestyle. It's not just a diet. This is an entire lifestyle. So we're going to be talking about that today. Tune in, say hello, drop a comment. Let me know if you are watching live. Let me know if you can hear me because, sometimes it happens where I don't realize that my sound isn't working. So someone let me know if you're watching this. Let me know if you can hear me. I know I can see myself, so that is a good thing. Welcome. I'm so excited about how this course has been going. My goodness, we have been learning so much again, haven't we, consciousness? It's so good to see you here. How's your evening going? Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. My evening is going really well. I'm so excited for this. We're going to be getting started very soon because I realize that, it's Friday night. It's a Friday night and you might have other plans. So we're going to be getting started real soon. We're going to be talking all about how to start, some tips on how to start. And this course is perfect for anybody who is new to all of this and you're just starting out and you're eating a pretty standard American diet full of meat, full of rice, full of beans, full of complex carbohydrates, dairy, eggs, fish, all of it, or some of it, right? You're really wanting to take your health back into your own hands because you realize that, oh my gosh, I could be feeling so much better. So, some of the recommendations that I'm going to be talking about today might seem a little bit strange because a lot of you know that I am completely high fruit and mainly raw vegan. So some of the recommendations I want you guys to bear in mind that these recommendations are for people who are starting brand new from scratch. We have a lot of family members. We have a lot of friends that see what we're doing, right? Let me know in the comments if you have had a lot of your friends come to you and ask you for tips or how to start. They see that you're thriving and you're doing so well on your detox program. And they come to you and they ask you, well, where do I start? How do I get started? What do I do? Can I eat this? Can I eat that? Oh my gosh, you mean I can't eat all of everything that I've been eating my whole entire life, right? This is that perfect class for those students, these entire past 7 classes, to really help us help other people as well as help ourselves. If you're brand new to this, help us get started on the right track. So I've got some really great slides to go through with you guys. I'm so excited for this class because it's really my intention to educate as many people as possible on how and why we should be eating a living food diet and preferably a high fruit diet. But that might seem a little bit unattainable for some people. And I want to show you guys how easy it really is to do this. So I'm so glad that you are tuning in. Hello, Sherry. Sherry is in the house. How are you doing, honey? I'm so glad to see you in class tonight. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming, by the way. I know that there are a lot of things that you probably could be doing, right? If you're in Canada, any Canadians in the house? In Canada, we are at the start of our Victoria Day long weekend. So I know that a lot of people are busy. So I so appreciate that you guys are tuning in. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm about to go get some mangoes. Oh my gosh, that is so fantastic. Mangoes are my favorite fruit. I'm pretty sure. I got some Altufo mangoes. They're different. I've never had these mangoes in Trinidad, where you're from and where I'm from, consciousness, but they're so good. They're so meaty and there's no strings in them. I had 2 for lunch today and my belly was happy. My belly was happy. I had tons of energy. My everything, my digestion is working so on point with this beautiful living protocol. And I just absolutely love mangoes. Hey, Carrie. Carrie is here. How are you doing, babe? So glad to see you. Janice is here. Hi, everyone, says Janice. Hello, Janice. How's your Friday night going? Is it good? I'm helping several people go raw. Excellent, Carrie. If you have This is a question that I was just about to message somebody in a private message, because she'd been saying, oh my God, I don't know how you do it, Burns. I don't know how you have the patience to keep answering the same questions over and over. So many people are asking me questions on how to get started, right? There's a lot of information and there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I'm so grateful that I'm able to be here with you guys to help get your friends started. Feel free to share this video out with anybody in your social network or in your private network, because these videos are really here to help all of us grow and adapt and adopt a beautiful, raw living protocol. And listen, you don't have to be 100% raw to live a vital, healthy life, because you can still have a really vital diet protocol, even including some cooked foods. It's just, you got to be really careful of what cooked foods to indulge in, right? And that's what we're learning about here. So this is so awesome. Barry is here. Hello, Burns and everyone. Hi, Barry. How are you boys doing? How are you guys handling all of this beautiful fruit that you have going in? Yeah, I'm so glad that you and your husband are doing this together. That makes me so happy. Awesome. Anne Marie, hi. How are you doing, darling? Sheila is here. Hey, family. Isn't our juicy group, the Real Juicy Detox community, so amazing? It is like a family, right? Which is really comforting, because sometimes our family members can give us a lot of pushback about what we're doing. So while we are learning and while we are growing, we're doing that together in community. And I love it. I love it. Now that they're in season, I'm enjoying all I can. Yeah. You may as well, right? Have you found any family members to give you any free mangoes? Do you have any mango trees in your yard, Consciousness? Hey, gang, says Desiree. Hi, Desiree. Oh my gosh, Paula is here. Hi, Paula. I'm so glad that you are here in class tonight, Paula. So glad. Chantina, hey, long time no see. How are you? So glad to see that you are here. I'm starting my all fruit tomorrow. I hope I can do it. Well, I have some great tips coming up for you in tonight's class. So, we're going to take it one day at a time, and we're here for each other. So that is amazing. That is amazing. Our community rocks, says Carrie. 100%. 100%. I love you guys, and I love that we're here together doing this, man. I was talking with someone today who was concerned that I was only going to be juicing oranges starting Monday. She said I need to drink green juices and not just orange juice. She's wrong. She's absolutely wrong. We focus on fruits. We are frugivores by species. Our species-specific diet is fruit. And all of the amino acids, all of the vitamins, all of the minerals, all of the goodness that we need in our food, in our bodies, comes to us through what? Through fruit, mainly. Yes, we can have some green juices, but you're never going to really heal the deep lymphatic stagnation and the symptoms that come from deep lymphatic stagnation unless you hit a high fruit protocol. Not just for when you're juicing either, but for life, like in the spaces in between. So there is a lot of myth out there, right? We talked about this in our class a couple of nights ago, where we talked about sugar and fruits and why are fruits so good for you and why is this our actual fuel. Every single cell in your body has a specific job. And you know what that job is? To create an energy cycle. And the only way that our cells can create an energy cycle is with preferably fructose and glucose. So fructose from fruits, glucose from vegetables. Now, fruits, as we're going to see later on in tonight's class, fruits are great for detoxifying. They're very high astringent. They're high in vitamins. They're high in minerals. And vegetables are more for strengthening and building and repairing. So your friend is absolutely wrong. Tell her to come to class and go over and review the classes that we've done so far when it comes to fruits and vegetables. Now, I haven't really done a huge class on the difference between fruits and vegetables, and I can definitely do a class on that. But suffice it to say that fruits are the most astringent, they have the most flavonoids. They are what our bodies are literally designed to digest and to utilize for fuel. They're the most electric. They have the most electromagnetic energy of all plant material. And I know a lot of people are really obsessed with green juice, green juice, green juice, green juice. That's not where the healing happens, baby. That's not where the healing happens. The healing happens with fruit. And oranges are one of the strongest and most powerful, most enriched, beautiful life force energy food that you can get that's on the planet, far outweighing any heavier, more cellulose, more amino acid rich vegetables. So she's absolutely wrong. Here's my advice to everybody. Don't speak to a lot of people about what you're doing in the beginning, right? Because a lot of people have a lot of, deeply entrenched beliefs that are not really based in science and in fact. So my recommendation is to kind of keep your information to yourself, what you're doing, especially when it comes to your juice cleanses, because you're going to get a lot of pushback. The most important things that you can do is get as much information and truth that you can about what this is going to be doing to your body and how this is going to be healing your body and the importance of it. And just head down, blinders on, get this job done. Dr. Morse did a 6-month navel orange feast for 6 months. He actually said that his energetic level was raised so high, his vibrational life force was raised so high that people just being in his presence would go into out-of-body experiences spontaneously. He had such high energetic life force. And, look at him. If you look at, have you seen Carol's picture of Dr. Morse with Carol, with one of our students, Carol? Oh my gosh, listen, that man has so much life force and energy emanating out of him. And, I'm going to go with what that guy has to say about doing an all orange juice fast. He knows his stuff. You don't have anything to worry about. You're going to get all of your nutrition, all of your minerals, all of your vitamins, everything that you need in doing oranges. And it's going to be something that's really going to amplify your detoxification, which is great. Are you going to drink oranges for 6 months? Probably not. But if you can make that happen, that might be something else. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Morris actually said that he had a friend who had a beautiful navel orange orchard, and that is what he was able to go and pick and eat and completely transform. This was decades ago. Completely transform his understanding about the power of fruits. So you have nothing to worry about. I've done 21 days on grape juice. Extremely powerful, extremely powerful. When I started my journey on June 1st, 2020, I thought like your friend did. Oh, you got to have a lot of green juices. And so we packed our fridge full of all kinds of greenery. We picked dandelion out of the garden. I mean, it was total, 100% vegetable focus. And then I learned from Dr. Morris about the power of fruits and the more amplified detoxification level that you get with fruit. And that is when I decided, okay, I have the go ahead. I have the green light to go full on. But in the beginning, before I got my certification, like just when I found out about Dr. Morris and I started studying him and I started learning that fruits was really a powerful way for us to amplify our detoxification, I was a little bit nervous as well. And like I said before, that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to take his certification program, so that I wouldn't have any doubt in my mind, that I would really learn this information like at a very deep and deliberate and intentional level. And I can tell you that so many of our students have successfully done 100% oranges, and it has been powerful. Carrie says, for example, I ate oranges for 2 months 14 years ago and felt truly amazing. Wish I would have stuck with it back then, but I didn't realize how significant fruit was back then. Right, Carrie? So now that we realize how significant fruit is, we can go with confidence and with ease and with knowledge and understanding, so that when people throw out this pushback that you were experiencing, Anne Marie. That's just pushback because they don't know, and they're concerned about you. I would just say, oh my gosh, thank you. I'll look into that. Thank you so much. And by the way, thank you for loving me so much to be so concerned. I so appreciate you. I love you. And then just keep it zipped, because sometimes you're going to find a lot of times when you get pushback like that, people aren't really interested in hearing the truth. They're just interested in holding on to their belief system because when they heard about it, it made a lot of sense, right? It's like, oh, eat your fruits and vegetables. It's not vegetables and fruits, it's fruits and vegetables. Vegetables are secondary when we are detoxifying the body. And I just want to put up here to just show you guys, hold on one second. Just bear with me. I want to show you this scale, the different levels of detoxification by Dr. Robert Morse. And you can see that down in the green section, that's where we are having salads, we're having, green juices and smoothies, raw fruits and vegetables. That all is down there in that green level. And those are not bad for you, but they slow down your detoxification. If you really want to amplify and speed your detoxification up, focusing on the fruits, the melons, the berries, the fruit smoothies, the fruit juice, the mono fruit juice at the top of the scale. Water fasting is the only thing that is more amplified in terms of the detox levels. And, there's nothing wrong with doing a water fast. That's not what I'm about, because I like food too much, quite frankly. And I'm not going to do a water fast unless I really feel it absolutely necessary. This is a living lifestyle, a living protocol that you want to be able to do. You can intersperse a few water fasts here and there if you want to amplify and get your kidneys filtering a little bit more. That's totally fine. But when we talk about an actual living lifestyle type of protocol, going ahead and doing a mono fruit juice or mono fruit eating is one of the most amazing ways to clean out and heal your body. So, it's all about understanding that. And Chantina says, that's what I need, energy. So if you want more energy in your life, what do you need to do to get that? You need to consume foods that are higher in energy, in electromagnetic energy. The other day we talked about, give me 1 second here. Let me just remind us of the different energetics that food is contained within food, that food gives off. And we have to remember that whatever we eat, that energy is going to be transmuted into our body. So if you want more energy, if you want a more energetic life, you have to eat foods that are higher energetically. And we can see that fresh raw fruits, 8,000 to 10,000 angstroms of energy, compared to vegetables, fresh raw vegetables, 8,000 to 9,000 angstroms of energy. So it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that vegetables have a different role in our physiology. And we're going to get to that. I'm really excited about this. Hey, Victoria is here. Hello, Victoria. I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a good day at school. You're not late. Nope, you're right on time, babe. You're right on time. Yes, we're so glad that you are here. But when you have a tumor equals body isolating toxins. How does the body eliminate the tumor when you're detoxing? Well, it happens in a lot of different ways. One of the ways is that when you're detoxing, you're cleaning out all of the space in between and around all of your cells, in the interstitial or in between spaces in your cells. We get into this in a more advanced class later on, where we talk about cancer and the great lymphatic system. And you can definitely go and watch that class. It was uploaded. It's in the playlist, the masterclass playlist on the YouTube channel. But it's a little bit more information than I have time to discuss right now. Let's just put it that way. But suffice it to say that when we stop putting in the acid forming food, we stop the tumor at the cause. We're not going after treating and trying to eliminate the tumor, although that is what happens in your body. What we're focused on is looking at what caused the tumor in the first place. And what we know is that there's only two sides of chemistry, baby. There's the acid side of chemistry and there's the alkaline side of chemistry. And the acid side of chemistry corrodes, it agglomerates, it makes things stick together, it hardens, it kills cells. And that is what cancer is. It's dead, damaged tissue in the body caused by what? Caused by acidosis. Now, how the body actually, what are the actual functions that the body undergoes in order to eliminate the tumor? Do we need to really understand that, or do we need to just get after the cause of it? Like, there is a mental gymnastics thing that we have to also unlearn. We are thinking beings, which is very helpful sometimes, but when we get into these mental gymnastics of needing to know, how does the body eliminate the tumor? I don't know. It eliminates the tumor by cleaning out and flushing out all of the junk in our system. That is what the actual cause of these tumors are, right? When we change our food, when we change our chemistry that we put in our bodies, the symptoms and the conditions within our body changes. It dissolves, it breaks down, it clears out of the bowels, it clears out of the kidneys. Some of our students have been having breast tumors, tumors in the liver pop out through the skin. You want to know how does the body do that? I don't know, but I have students here. Olga, if you're here, give us a hello. Olga's been in class lately as well on a regular basis. We had Chuck, who had tumors all along. The doctors opened him up, closed him back up and said, yeah, you're too far gone. We can't do anything. You're riddled with tumors. And he had his tumors starting to come out through the skin. How does the body do that? I don't know, but it's pretty amazing what the body can do under the right environmental conditions within the body. It is amazing what the body can do. So how does it actually happen? Girl, your guess is as good as mine. But what I know is that I have actual students in the class, and we've shown those pictures here before. I will not show them right now because I want to get going with tonight's class, but suffice it to say that we have students that are eliminating tumors through the skin, and it is an ordeal. And these people who are doing this work and who are not, buckling to the pressure to go and get them cut out of you, let a doctor cut that out, and they're doing this the natural way. Man, I'm telling you, Renee, it's on another level. It's on another level, but they are determined to give their body everything that it needs in order for this process to be underway. So, it's just amazing. Hey, Bob, what's up? Bob is here. A question that someone asked me today was that if we aren't meant to eat meat, then what was the appendix for? The appendix is part of the lymphatic system, and it is like one of the most important lymphatic nodes in the body. Now, doctors will tell you, oh, we don't know what the appendix does. It's just an appendage that was just like relegated from some other evolutionary process, which is absolutely crazy. As somebody who had a near-death experience with their appendix at the age of 5 or 6 years old, had my appendix burst as they were cutting into me. My appendix was located all the way on the other side of my abdomen. My colon was all twisted up. I was in rough shape from the time I was a wee little girl. And I can tell you that appendix burst, and it was full of toxins, whenever we get any of our lymph nodes swelling up, it's swelling up with toxins, with bacteria trying to eat away and neutralize those toxins, right? So if we aren't meant to eat meat, the bigger question is, why are you eating meat? Why are you eating non-available sources of structured amino acids? That's the real question. Why are you eating something that your body was not designed to eat? Your body does not have the hydrochloric acid level that a cat does. Cats are actually the only true carnivores. Did you know that? And they have a very high acid, hydrochloric acid stomach level. Their teeth are different. The length of their intestines are different. Some of these questions that some of your people have, Bob, are kind of ridiculous. I'm just going to say, but this is what we're dealing with, the ridiculousness of some people's logic when you're looking at stuff like this. We were not meant to eat meat. Has nothing to do with the appendix or not. It has everything to do with we're not biologically structured and designed as a species to eat meat. Every single species on this planet has a species-specific diet. And we are the only species that ignores that and therefore suffers greatly at our own hands because of it. Why do so many say we need iodine, omega, and all of this kind of stuff? Because they don't understand that how the body works and what proper digestion is, proper absorption is, proper utilization, and proper elimination. And when you fix all of those digestive issues, you fix your need for any of these things. You fix your deficiencies. Most people don't have deficiencies. They have poor elimination. They have poor utilization. They have poor absorption. They have poor digestion. And it's a very big business. Hello. It's a very big business. Oh my gosh. The supplement industry is huge. And they're making tons of money hand over fist on all of these things that they say that we need. Now, if you do have thyroid issues, I totally get it. You might need to have a little supplementation with some kelp while you're working at healing your thyroid. Hopefully you haven't had your thyroid removed. But for a lot of people, having kelp is a really healthy thing for them, right? Same thing with omegas. All of the omegas that you need are found in your food. Why do so many say that we need all of these supplements? Because they're not eating a nutritionally rich diet. They're eating a lot of dead food. They're eating a lot of flesh. They're eating a lot of processed food. They're eating a lot of cooked food. They're eating stuff that's not food for the human frugivore, which is what we are. What are the best things to eat or drink for detoxing? We're going to get to that in tonight's class. Great question. Burns, those mangoes hit the spot. I wish you could have tasted it. Girl, I know. I had, like I said, 2 mangoes today. Yes, says Rae. Hey there, Rae. Welcome to class. Oh my goodness, you guys, Rae is new. Rae, we're so glad to have you in class. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm interested in iodine as well. Do we need it? We need it if our thyroid is a little bit low. Some people do need it, yes. But if you fix those the elimination, it starts with your elimination. If you fix your elimination, meaning your bowels, you clean up your bowels, you fix your bowels. And by the way, as a child, appendicitis, chronically constipated. Like I would go weeks without having a bowel movement. I'm telling you. So fix elimination, clean up your GI tract, get your bowels moving properly, fix your kidneys. That's the other way that we eliminate. Fix your kidneys so that they're filtering and that they're eliminating properly. Get your skin cleared up, right? Because that's the other largest, the third kidney, it's called, the largest eliminative organ. If you get these things working properly, then your utilization of the minerals that you are absorbing because you're digesting properly. You notice I'm pointing to all different spots on my body, right? Bowels, elimination, small intestines, absorption, liver, adrenal glands, utilization. You fix these things and you're not actually going to be needing to supplement your diet with anything. Most of us and most of society is not eating a nutritionally appropriate, species-specific diet. When you eat a nutritionally appropriate, in abundance, specific, that it was designed to go into a human frugivore body, which is what we all have. We're the same species. We require the same nutritional stuff. When you focus there, you're not going to have a need to supplement with anything at all. Renee, great question. What herbs or program is best for beginners for detox? I'm going to be getting to that in tonight's class. Although the herb question, I'm going to be getting to that on another class. Also asking, is there one program that can be done to detox all organs and the entire body at the same time? That's what happens. That's why it takes so long sometimes, because it's not like spot training. It's not like, let me do all these abs and get a rock hard ab. No, you got to, we are a synergy. This is a synergistic, we are a synergistic, a collection of synergistic systems that work together. When one system goes down, it affects all the systems, you know? So this program always starts with the same thing, which we're going to get into really shortly. It always starts with the same thing. Your diet. Change the chemistry that you're putting into your diet, into your body, and the chemistry of your body will change. And if you can take your body from an acidic environment into an alkaline environment and maintain it there by continuing to feed yourselves the proper food that your body was designed for, fructose, fruit, that's right, then all of your systems start to clean up and all of your symptoms start to go away that have been plaguing you. It is all the same protocol. What might change, there might be a few moderations and modifications that you might want to make, but we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Okay. Yes, double chin is just inflammation, right? It's all about inflammation. Absolutely. And what is your take on B12? Is it necessary? Because I'm hearing everywhere that humans should be supplementing that. If you really are eating a very rich and proper, high fruit, high raw, low fat vegan diet, you really do not need to supplement with anything. You really don't. There are a lot of herbs that you can use to help boost up your system and your absorption of the minerals that are in your food, but really you don't have to. I'm not taking a B12 supplement. I'm not, and I'm pretty healthy. Hey there, niece. Okay, so let's get started on tonight's class. That was a great introduction, a great warm up. Let me make sure that I got everybody. I think I did. So let's get started, shall we? Let us get started. So, of course, as always, I want to remind everybody that this work is coming to you courtesy of this beautiful book. And if you guys do not have this book as yet, you got to get your hands on it because it is jam-packed with beautiful information. It is like the Bible. It is like my nutritional Bible, my detox Bible. It is really so powerful. So the notes that are from this class are from Dr. Morse's beautiful book, The Miracle Detox, the Detox Miracle Source book. So make sure that you get that. And let's start. So one thing that I want you guys, and keep the conversation going in the comments. You guys know that I love that. And then I come back and I read all of those after I get through the lesson tonight. So let go of what you think you know. We need to let go of what we think we know and what other people think they know as well. So that's the first thing that I want to invite you guys to do. And you guys have been doing that all along, but I want to continue to encourage you to let go of what you think you know. All right. Because if you can do that and you can really be open to new information, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. So let's get started. The Detox Miracle Menu, AKA God's Rainbow Diet, is so called because it consists of all colors of fruits and vegetables. Each fruit and its colors, seeds, energizes and heals the body in its own special way. Fruits feed the brain and the nervous system. Vegetables feed the muscles and the skeletal system. Nuts and seeds are also structural foods. So there's nothing wrong with fruits. For people who are concerned about fruit sugar, I really encourage you guys to go and check out the class that we did a little while ago on sugar, because it's really, really important to know that. All right. Fruits feed the brain and the nervous system. And we have to remember that the nervous system in the body is so important to keep healthy, because the automatic or autonomic nervous system is what controls your blood pressure, all of the functions in your body that you don't have to think about in order to you're not thinking all throughout the night, oh my God, or all throughout the day, keep my heart pumping. Those are automatic functions that are really, really fed by the fruits that we eat. So everything within our body, our temperature regulation, our sweating and our glowing and our glistening, all of that controlled by the nervous system, right? Our heart rate, our blood pressure, our breathing, all controlled by the nervous system. So it's very, very important to make sure to feed our body properly. The more raw, uncooked, and unprocessed food you eat, the more vital you become. Challenge your self-discipline. This is an opportunity to start challenging our self-discipline, and that can be applied. The benefit of that is not just going to be in what shows up in your body or how you're healing. It shows up in all areas of your life. When you can challenge yourself to do something like this, that naturally spills over into the rest of your life, which is a really beautiful benefit. Try a 100% raw food program, which is to say nothing cooked. Now, when we're going into this lifestyle, it can seem like, oh my God, raw. I remember when my sister came to me about this time last year, before I got into juicing, and she said, you know what we should do next? Because it was always like, what are we going to do next? I was big into, I had just signed back up to do my protein powder stuff with the network marketing company that I used to belong to. And, very heavy protein and milk and dairy centered, very highly processed, but I went back on that because I was like, I really want to drop some weight. And that last time I did this program, I dropped weight. So let me go back and do this program. I think I lasted, 2 days on it because I just intuitively knew that it wasn't for me. But she came and she said, we should try it. We should go raw. And I looked at her and I said, you have fun with that, honey. I'm not doing that. Those people are like extreme. And I really believe that. But that was a belief system that I had to really get rid of in order to look at tapping in to my health and vitality through this beautiful living food. So just give yourself the permission to try a 100% raw food program. That's what I really encourage you to do, which is to say nothing cooked. It makes a huge difference in the level of vitality that you can achieve. And I can attest to this, you guys. It will change your life when you do this. Or at the very least, one should consider eating 80% raw food and 20% cooked. Which is what we were doing a little while ago. And I just feel so much better on raw. So in the past week, we've been really cleaning things up and really going back to a raw living protocol. And we all feel so much better. We look better, we feel better, we sleep better, we have less pain in our body. We're more vibrant, we're more vital because we're eating vital food. So here are some tips as you begin this process. No animal products of any kind. So that means no red meat, no chickens, no fish, no dairy, no eggs, no milk, nothing like that. Well, milk is dairy. When I say dairy, no cheese, no milk, no kefir. Keep all of these animal products out of your diet for now. All right, just give it a try. Because none of these things deserve to be in your body. None of these things benefit you. It is what leads to the acidosis and toxicity in our body and is what has caused you to experience whatever it is that brought you to this work. Right? High toxicity and acidic factors, they cause disease instead of rebuilding your body. If you are going to eat meat, and again, this is not me advocating eating meat. You guys know where I stand on this. You know where I stand on this by now. But this is for those people who are fresh off of a standard American diet and are confused about what to eat and are looking to something to really help them, right? Help them to get clarity, but you're not ready to completely give up meat. I want to keep you here. I want you to stay with me and stay with us as we help you transition into not having those animal products in your body anymore. However, if you are going to eat meat, as you transition into slowly eliminating meat and eliminating dairy and eliminating the eggs and eliminating the processed food, all the animal products. If you're going to eat meat, you should not eat it more than 3 times a week and only at lunch. This will allow the bulk of the digestive process, which is acidic, to take place. If you're going to eat meat, and this is going to be hopefully for just a little bit more time because we want to get this meat out of our systems, never eat meat with a starch. If you enjoy that heavy feeling, replace meat with a baked potato. And again, I don't really like eating baked potatoes. I really don't advocate it as either because they are a very high starch food and it is a very complex carbohydrate in your body, and that causes more carbonic acid. As we know, more acids in the body lead to more dis-ease. But as you're transitioning, to make this a little bit easier on yourself, replace that meat with a baked potato. And just on this topic of no meat with bread or with a starch, I know that goes counter to a lot of what a lot of us have grown up with and accept that as a cultural norm. But again, I want to remind you, let go of what you think you know. All right, because that is actually not a healthy way to live. It really isn't. All right. You can use natural oils like coconut or olive oil, but no sour cream or cheese. And again, I prefer a low-fat protocol. Do I have oil to a certain extent? Sometimes in moderation, yes. But I'm also evolving and realizing that the less oil I eat, the better and cleaner and lighter and more vibrant I feel, because it allows the cells to uptake the right amount of the fructose and the beautiful glucose that we are eating as part of our species-specific diet. A baked potato would be preferable to an ordinary boiled potato. If you just want something hot, have a cup or bowl of homemade vegetable soup. Never cook your tomatoes, though, because that does make them more acidic. You can do steamed vegetables or stir-fried vegetables along with a salad. So again, this is for you if you are transitioning from a standard American diet and you don't want to jump both feet into going completely raw. Like, you can transition. It is okay to take your time to do this, and it's okay to do this in your own time as well. For me, I went straight from eating a very poor, very nutritionally deficit, very bread and meat and dairy and wine focused diet. And on a dime, on June 1st, I went juicing. If you can do that, that's really great. But for a lot of us, we need a little bit of a transition. And this is what I would recommend to try to do this, give yourself a little bit of time so that it's not too much of a shock, because it can be. It can be an emotional shock to the system as well as a physical shock to the system, depending on how acidic and how impacted your body is from all of the years and decades of acid living. All right. The focus for the first 2 or 3 months of detoxing should be on low protein or no protein types of food. Now, the first 2 or 3 months of detoxing, not the first 2 or 3 months of transitioning. I really want to encourage you to really embrace this. Give yourself, depending on what's going on with you, but I encourage my clients and my students who work with me to give yourself a week or two to start slowly transitioning away from the meats and the dairy and the cooked food, slowly, but within about a week or two. Just, today, I'm not going to have any meat. I'm not going to have any meat. I'm going to have meat 3 times a week. And then the next week, you can say, I'm going to have meat once this week. And then the following week, into the 3rd week, you're ready to go. No meat on your plate at all. So if you can focus for the first 2 or 3 months of detoxing, it should really be on low protein or no protein type foods at all. This includes avoiding meat, beans, and nuts. Nuts, however, are your best source of amino acids and would be my choice if you felt that you needed this type of food. All right. In moderation, though, because we can really tend to overeat on the nuts and it is harder on our digestion. How to start? One day at a time, baby. You just got to start one day at a time. You can start today, you can start tonight, you can start tomorrow, but just take this one day at a time and be gentle with yourself. All right. We are getting away from some really deep seated addictions of we're addicted to some of these foods like in a really, really big way, because we've been consuming them for so long. And I want to remind you guys, one day at a time. Take each day as it comes. Try to eat all raw foods and vegetables that day. The next day, try it again. If you feel that, oh my gosh, no, I'm really craving some cooked food or some whatever it is. All right, have a little bit of it, but the next day, get right back on it. Okay, today I'm going to, plan it out. I'm going to have a lot of fruits. I'm going to talk about a couple of beautiful types of menus that you guys can try so that you can really get going with this. That's coming in the next class. Keep trying each day until you have eaten all raw, uncooked fruits and vegetables for 5 days straight. Feel the difference. Feel the difference between all raw and just some cooked foods. The difference is like night and day. And I can tell you, when you start doing it consistently and just take that one day at a time and just say, okay, we're going to really focus on eating raw, you're going to feel so much better. It's going to make a world of difference. Some days you may only want to eat fruits, which is great. That is really, really good. If you can do that, and if you really feel like doing that, that is really great. Fruits have the greatest cleansing power of all foods. They're high energetics, 8 to 10,000 angstroms of energy, makes them unmatched in nerve and brain food, completely unmatched. Try eating and by the way, if you have the highest electricity food running through your system, which is literally what the brain cells and the nerve cells are seeking, doesn't it not make sense that you're also going to have high energy? You're not going to have brain fog. You're not going to have a lot of the heaviness that some of us feel. You're going to have more dynamic systemic energy, and it's going to really trickle through all of the cells of your body, not just your brain food, but all of your cells. You're going to feel more alive and more awake. Try eating all raw foods from Monday through Friday, then on Saturday and or Sunday, if you must, have your cooked vegetables, etc. You can also try this by doing all raw until the evening meal, and you can have a little bit of cooked. And when you do the cooked, try doing things that we're cooking that are not the meat, not the animal products. You can have quinoa, you can do chickpeas, you can do roasted vegetables. There's a variety of things that you can do to satisfy that need for that heavier, denser energy. Because in the beginning, it's kind of it's a little bit trippy getting used to that high level of energetics in your body, and sometimes you just feel like, whoa, I just need to have something to ground me a little bit. And that is okay. That's totally okay. Get a cycle going for yourself. Your body loves cycles. It loves habit. It loves repetition. It actually depends and functions better on routine. As time goes on, you may want to, and let me just touch a little bit on that. Our routine in our house is that we wake up in the morning and we make ourselves, or either we have our juice already pressed from the night before in the fridge, ready to go. That is my ideal way of waking up. It's like I'm waking up with grapes in my mouth, baby. It's such a luxurious way to wake up. My favorite go-to juices are, of course, fruit juices. I do not juice vegetables. I do not drink vegetable juice anymore, ever. If I have vegetables, it is in a fresh, raw form for dinner. But our usual routine is that we will wake up, we'll either make fresh juice, which I love to do, actually. There's nothing better for me than freshly pressed orange juice that you just pressed, or tangerine juice. Oh my gosh, I love that. Or we might make a smoothie, an all-fruit smoothie. that's our routine. That is what our body is waiting for when we wake up, to fill our system with beautiful cellular dynamic energy. It is absolutely the best way to go. And then I just eat fruit throughout the day, and I do not restrict how much I eat. Oh my gosh, before, me eating 2 mangoes would have put me into a tailspin of guilt, because oh my gosh, it's like so much fruit. Or bananas, oh my gosh, I just had 2 bananas. So my routine is waking up right away, having my juice ready, eating fresh, beautiful fruit in abundance after I finish my juice as I'm feeling more hungry. The idea is to actually not even get hungry. Yeah, this is not a deep deprivation situation. This is not a starvation diet. All right. You want to have as much nutritional density of living beautiful fruit in your body as possible. So I will have a huge fruit salad, and I've been really working on increasing my amounts. And you know what? My skin is better. My just how my skin feels, but I notice like the skin on my neck just instantly tightened up this week. And it's like, wow, that's like absolutely amazing, right? Especially for us as we get older, our skin can really start to get papery and crepey and wrinkly, and nobody wants that. We want to keep our youth and our vitality. So having a big focus on a big fruit salad, that's my other ritual and routine for lunchtime or right before lunch. And then I have more beautiful fruit juice. And then I might come in and I'm like, I'm a little bit hungry. I'm going to have more fruit. Like, I have this beautiful, abundant routine when it comes to my food. And then in the evening, I usually make something savory, which is usually some sort of vegetable dish. Oh my gosh, tonight, anyhow, that's a story for another time. Tonight's dinner was absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to share it with you. We did jicama tacos. We sliced really thin some jicama, and then I made this beautiful compote, as it were, almost like an antipasto or antipesto. Is that what it's called? And antipasto. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Is it antipesto or antipasto? I made a beautiful dish, and it was red peppers, tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, some dates, red pepper, all blended together, and then some fresh herbs. I put in some fresh basil, some fresh thyme, and some dried oregano. And let me tell you, we all stood around the kitchen island and we chowed down on that. It was so, so, so good. As you said, I get up and drink juice and then eat more fruit. Is that the same fruit or different fruits? Then do we just eat fruits when we get hungry and drink juice, or what? Yes, absolutely, Sherry. You've got it, girl. You have got it. That is exactly what we do here. That's exactly what a truly beautiful, healthy, high fruit, low fat, raw vegan lifestyle is all about. That is exactly what I do. That's what I do. You said, I get up, I drink juice, then I eat more fruit. It could be any fruit. So the only thing that I make sure of is that I don't mix my melons. So my melons, you eat melons on their own. You eat melons on their own. So I will drink a large 1 liter of orange juice. Then I might have a huge fruit salad with bananas and mangoes and plums and grapes and pineapple, and sprinkle on some raisins onto that. Oh my gosh, heaven, absolute heaven. And then after that, I will just drink more. I find that I crave fruits. I crave fruit juice more sometimes than even I crave chewing food on the savory side of life. And that's normal, because that's my species specific diet. That's what my body was made to eat. And then do we just eat fruits when we get hungry, or drink juice? Yes and yes, whatever you want, right? Whatever you want. If you want, and something else that I do, a little insider pro tip, if I'm going to be out of the house or driving and I do not have access to a bathroom, I will eat those less watery, fleshy fruits instead, so that I still keep hydrated and I still keep all of that beautiful electrical energy rolling through my body, but I don't have to stop to go to the bathroom too often. When I am at home and I am not traveling, I drink juice. I recommend usually drinking between 3 and 4 liters of juice, because that is where the magic happens, baby. But yes, eat your fruits in abundance, unrestricted. Get rid of this notion of restricting your food intake. I have never felt better, and I eat an abundant, never restricted lifestyle with my fruits. All right, let's see. Where are we? Which brings us to, let me just double check. Oh, I wasn't finished here. As time goes on, you may want to incorporate some fasting into your program. And we do that. We're going to be starting a juice cleanse on Monday and or fruit cleanse on Monday. And we're going to be doing that either for 10 or 14 days. I'm going to see how I feel as I go. I might just make it a 10-day challenge. And this juicing is what we use to accelerate the detoxification process. Give fasting your best shot. It's a short-term thing. You don't have to do it all the way. You can have some chewing fruits as well as some drinking fruit, freshly pressed, beautiful fresh fruit juices. But give it your best shot. The longer you last, the healthier you will get. And then after the juice cleanse, then we come back to this beautiful living protocol of chewing food as well as juicing. Recondition yourself by retraining your eating habits. This is an opportunity for us to recondition ourselves to a new, healthier version of ourselves. It's a beautiful opportunity. So how much food and how often? We talked about that a little bit just now. There's always been the question about how much and how often should a person eat. It's Dr. Morse's opinion that we should only eat 1 to 3 different foods at a time per sitting. Eat as often as you like, but only when you are hungry, and don't allow yourself to become so hungry that you're starving. As soon as you start feeling, I'm feeling a little peckish, what should I eat? That is your body's way of saying, we need more energy. Come on, hit me up with some more cellular dynamic energy. That is not the time to go and grab a coffee. No, because that's what a lot of us do, right? In order to quell that hunger. It's not a time to go and grab soft drinks and sodas. It's not a time to do whatever you do to distract yourself from eating so that you leave your hunger to go for too long. That hunger is your body's way of telling you more cellular dynamic energy is in need. So let's give our bodies what it needs and what it is craving. So eat as often as you like. I do not have set meal times. I eat according to what I know my body needs. Sometimes I'm not hungry in the morning. I still drink my juice because I know that the cells of my body require that in order to produce an energy cycle. So I do not shortchange myself on that at all. Our society recognizes eating only 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because of this, we tend to overeat and combine many types of foods at the same meal. This only serves to overwork the GI tract and digestive organs, causing maldigestion, malabsorption of our nutrients. And if you're maldigested and malabsorbed, you're not utilizing anything because you're not absorbing anything. And you're usually either constipated and or your kidneys aren't filtering and or you got a lot of skin conditions, right? You're not eliminating from the body properly. Because of this, people in our culture live mostly on fermentation and putrefaction byproducts, where our stomach acids are always like, it's fermented, and we've got bloating, and we've got gas, and we've got irritable bowel syndrome, and we've got a whole host of other problems that come with that. Another thing that we get asked a lot, right? I'm sure some of you are wondering, how expensive is this going to be? Like, come on, Burns, like organic fruits and vegetables, that's really expensive. Yes, it is. And I'm not saying that you have to get all organic, right? If you can't find organic fruit, try to stick with the fruits that are not on that dirty dozen list of foods that are heavily sprayed and really thin-skinned fruits and vegetables, right? You want to stay with those thicker fruits like the watermelon where you can cut the rind off, or the pineapple where you can cut the rind off. And you want to try to get some organic fruits as much as possible. And the price actually of organic fruits is coming down quite a bit, or is very comparable. You got to shop around, but you know what? You're worth it. But that is a very common question. How expensive is this going to be? And by the way, first of all, there's nothing to sign up for. There's no recurring membership. There's no fake packaged food that you need to keep signing up for. This ain't that kind of thing. This is about what food you can grow in your own garden, what fruit and vegetables you can grow in your own garden, what food you can buy locally at your farmers markets, at your sources for where you buy your food, right? So how much does this cost? What if I can't afford to eat this way? I want you to really look at, what are you putting in your body anyhow? Like, what are you doing? Are you eating any food whatsoever? We have to look at how we can utilize the funds that we have, because I'm so aware lack of funds is a common problem that most of us have experienced. Listen, I get it. There have been some weeks where I'm like, I need some fruit in my fridge, and where am I going to get the funds? Like, sometimes we have to scrape together, but it's so worth it to do this. Our answer to this is simple. You must always eat, right? You got to eat anyhow, but what you eat has everything to do with your health. Instead of buying meats, which can be expensive, spend that money on fruits and vegetables. Your goals and priorities should always include your health. Always. Absolutely. And finally, we got to remember something. When we talk about expenses and how expensive is something going to be, we got to remember something. Disease can be extremely expensive compared to getting healthy. Between the cost of surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation, not to mention other pharmaceuticals to deal with the side effects of the treatment, and with sometimes low percentages of survival rates, the cost of eating quality foods and healing herbal support is minuscule in comparison. Disease can leave you penniless. Health will leave you rich and enjoying all of your riches. So just remember that, guys. Let go of what you think you know. Jump into this, which you are. And you're going to have a much healthier, more vibrant life. All right, that concludes the lesson part of tonight. Let me go back. Yeah, I noticed that I'm glistening. And this is the burns having hot flashes. But at least I just glisten now. Before, I used to be completely drenched in sweat. When I started this journey, just to let you guys know, back in June, about 2 weeks in, I decided that I was going to stop taking my hormone replacement therapy medication in favor of doing this to heal my body. And while I still sometimes do get the odd hot flash, man, it's nothing compared to what it used to be. I'm really, really glad that I made that bold move to do that. And yeah. Okay, let's see. We've got a few more comments. Rae says, I've been mostly raw for almost a year. Wow, congratulations. What is your take on seedless fruits? I can never find any fruits with seeds anymore. My take on it is that it's always better to have seeded fruit. My take on it is also that sometimes when I buy seedless watermelon, according to the label, it comes with seeds. It's usually better to get them seeded, but sometimes we have to make do with the kind of food and the kind of fruits that we can get a hold of. I always say never let the fact that it doesn't have seeds stop you from eating the fruits, because there's still a lot of benefits that you can get with that. Is it more ideal to get seeded? Yes, it is. Is it sometimes near impossible to get seeded, like seeded grapes? Very much harder to come by, right? But don't let that hold you back from eating as many fruits as you can. Excuse me, even if you have to find some, even if some of the fruits that you find do not have any seeds in it. Hello, Star. Oh my gosh, I so hope that this was helpful for you. Star is Nisa's mom, and Star is being inspired to get started. So this class was also designed with you in mind, Star. And I'm so glad that you are here taking your health back. This is the way to do it. And I hope that tonight's class gave you some direction and some more information in order to adapt to this beautiful, healthy, raw living food protocol, and to just get started with your healing and your detox. Girl, you're worth it. You are so worth it. And I'm so glad that you are here. Hello, Dee. So glad to see you tuning in. Robin says, hello, all. Just catching this live now. So happy to hear you, Burns. I'm so happy that you are here, Robin. Welcome to class. Welcome, welcome. All right. Rachel says, we'll have to catch on the replay, but wanted to say hello, beautiful people. I look forward to Monday. The hubs will be helping me out. Awesome. So Monday, for those of you who don't know, Monday we start our I was saying 10 days. I'm feeling 10 days. I feel like 10 days is short enough for people to get started with it. And then if you want to extend your fast, you can go ahead and extend your fast. But I'm going to do 10 days of high fruit and mainly juices, but also allowing myself some beautiful chewing fruit as well. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I invite you guys to come on board, to come along. I'm going to be teaching class every single day so that we can stay inspired and stay tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to this beautiful information, because it's going to make a world of difference to make it through. And we're going to just take one day at a time, just like we were just talking about. We're going to take one day at a time. We're going to see how it goes, and we're going to experience this together. I can't wait. Jennifer, hello. Oh my gosh, so glad to see you. I just woke up. It's 2 a.m. in the UK. Oh my goodness, girl. Well, you're going to be going back to bed because class is almost going to be over, but make sure to watch it on the replay tomorrow. So glad to see you here, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to be here, says Rachel. Rachel, so happy to have you here as well. What about celery juicing on its own? Celery juicing on its own, if you want to do some celery juicing, that's fine. But celery is an herb. It's not a fruit. That's another important thing to remember. I know I used to do 16 ounces of celery juice every single morning as per medical medium. I don't do that anymore because I understand the qualitative and quantitative difference in my body of doing all fruit. And there are some controversial aspects of celery juicing with the high salts, although the salts are natural salts, but there is some there's some controversy around a little bit of that. I say listen to your body. If you want to have some celery juice, have some celery juice. But I know personally, I no longer drink celery juice. I don't drink my vegetables, although celery is an herb technically, but I'm high fruit. We are frugivores. We are frugivores by nature, by design. We are not, we're frugivores. So I stay focused. If it's juice, it's going in my body. If it's fruit, I only drink fruit juice. I get up and have lemon lime water. Then I have a blendy of berries. Can I add a banana to that? Yes, absolutely. Add 1 banana, add 2 bananas, add 3 bananas, 4. Add as much banana as you want. Bananas are beautiful. They are very nutritious for the body. They're very, very good for us. What we find is that most people who struggle on this type of protocol are not eating enough nutrition. You're not eating enough. If you've struggled, if you've fallen off, if you've felt like deprived, if you've been like, oh my God, I can't do this, I'm so hungry, eat more food. Eat more food. You're not eating enough food. And by food, I mean fruits. All right? Because that is our species-specific food. We need to eat more food. This is not a deprivation diet, guys. Absolutely not. I want us to get this out of our head. And I know. Some of us out here are like, yeah, but Burns, I want to really drop this weight. You will. Stop expecting it or wanting it to happen this red hot minute and understand what that is. I'm not saying that that is your case, Sherry, but a lot of people who adapt and adopt this lifestyle oftentimes not only come to it because they want to heal a diagnosis or some symptoms in their body, but they come to it because they're overweight and they want to lose weight, right? And we tend to deprive ourselves because there's this thing that goes on in our head from decades worth of poor dieting, yo-yo dieting behavior. And we also see it on the scale, right? You starve yourself for long enough, you're going to lose weight. Absolutely. But it's such a destructive way to do that. Such a destructive way to do that. Understand that everything in your body is there because it is a response to your acidosis in the body. Remove the acid forming foods, replace it with alkaline, beautiful living alkaline food, right? And is a banana alkaline living food? Yes, it is. You can have it. If it's alive, you can have it. All right. That's your mantra. If it's living, I can have it. Preferably high fruit, because that is what our species was designed to consume for energy. How long should we wait before eating the next fruit, which isn't the same? Okay. I eat several fruits at a time sometimes, and sometimes I have a mono meal. Unless it's watermelon, melons need to be eaten on their own, preferably first. So for example, if I have a mango, which I did today, I had 2 mangoes for lunch, and then I let that settle into my stomach. Please also bear in mind that the quantities that I call for me might be different to how much you can consume. I had 90% of my stomach removed in 2011 because of my initial cancer diagnosis and the initial tumor that was on my stomach. My stomach is a lot smaller than it used to be. So eating large volume of food for me is a bit of a challenge. So what I usually do, for example, today I had the 2 mangoes, and then I waited about half an hour-ish, and then I had some watermelon. And I think I was pretty much fine. You can wait a half an hour, you can wait an hour, but that's if you're eating melon, right? You don't have to wait any length of time. If you want to have a mango and some bananas and some plums and some grapes and some pineapple in a big bowl as a fruit salad, knock yourself out, baby. It's totally fine, completely fine. In my blendy, I put berries. Can I put in fruit juice in it, like apple juice or orange juice, or just water or coconut water? Great question. Yes, you can, as long as it's freshly pressed. All right. So we're not talking about buying fruit juices in the store. There's an exception to that. Grape juice, if it's bottled in a glass jar, 100% organic Concord grapes and organic, you can drink that. That's totally fine. Lots of electrolytes still in it. Very powerful as a juice cleanse. There are a couple of really good brands that do that, but assuming that you're meaning that you just press your apple juice and can I put that with my berries in a smoothie? Absolutely. That's what we do. And coconut water is a great water to add to your smoothies. But yeah, absolutely. We make a really delicious, oh my gosh, all of our smoothies are so good. They're so good. But I do a strawberry pina colada, kind of like a cross between a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada. But I put frozen strawberries, frozen bananas, frozen pineapple, some dates, maybe about 6 or 8 dates into the huge, I do it in a big Vitamix blender. And then I use some distilled water, or when I have it, coconut water, blend that all up. Oh my gosh, it is so satisfying. It is so good. So absolutely, you can do that. Robin says, always remind myself, it didn't take 30 days to gain this weight, so it's not going to take only 30 days to lose it. Exactly. I mean, just go into this knowing that your weight gain that you have on your body is because of an inflammatory response, the inflammation response and the cholesterol response in your body to protect you from all the acids that you have going on there. So the more consistently that you can stick to a very alkaline protocol like the one that we're doing. And I'm going to be going into some examples of what that might look like menu-wise on the next class. Just continue. I forgot where my train of thought was going with that. But continue to have a beautiful, healthy, abundant amount of living fresh fruit mainly, and then fresh vegetables. And you're going to find that your body naturally lets go of stuff that it's no longer needing to protect you from. All right. So it'll naturally start to become less inflamed. You got to give yourself some time, and you got to be gentle with yourself. This is going to take a little bit of time. Yeah. It didn't happen in 30 days. It ain't going to come off in 30 days. You're 100% right. I have some recipes within our group. Sherry, I don't know if you're in the Real Juicy Detox group, but the Real Juicy Detox group on Facebook, and I am working on getting some recipes and recipe videos up for you guys as well. Also, check out my Instagram, the Real Juicy Detox on Instagram, and I've got some recipes in there. And usually when I come up with new recipes, I usually drop them in my stories. So make sure that you follow me in the stories as well. Hello, Melvina. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm just finishing up class right now, but so glad to see you. Hope that all is well with you. And I hope that your jaw is all healed up from your dental surgery that you had recently. How are you doing with that? Do you think I should stop lemon lime water first thing in the morning? No, lemon lime water is really good. Keep going with that. Absolutely. When we have lemon and lime, we are infusing that water with all of that electrolytes, and that is really, really good. Lemonade fast is one of the top recommended fasts for that Dr. Morse recommends. So we're structuring our water when we put lemon and lime into it. So if you're going to drink water, drink it with some structure to it. All right. You can structure it with Heal All tea. You can structure it with lemon or with lime. That is a beautiful way to go. I have not really had any water to drink since June 1st, 2020, because it's dehydrating. It's dehydrating. But when you structure it with lemon, you're alkalizing that water, which makes it more hydrating. You're taking it from H2O to structured H2O. So you're good with that. Oh, you're so welcome, Carrie. Thank you for another fantastic class. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it and that you were here for it. So good. Let's see. Hey, Sinette. Oh my goodness. Are you new to class? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. So glad to hear. I've been purchasing organic grape juice in glass bottles, and it's really good. It's such a powerful cleanse, I'm telling you. I use it for my tinctures. Awesome. And your daiquiri recipe sounds delish. Thank you. You're so welcome. I'm going to start my detox protocol on Monday with herbs. Wow, that is so good. Well done. I've got such weak adrenals, so I crave salt and starches like rice, but I'm going to give it up. Yeah, you know what? The cravings will go. The cravings as well for complex carbohydrates has a lot to do with candida. So you might find that you are very yeasty. Maybe your tongue is white coated. You might have, yeast in your reproductive organs, in your creases of your legs. There's candida, and that microorganism candida feeds on our excess carbonic acid, are the acids produced when we eat these complex carbohydrates like rice. So when we clean out the diet of these offending foods, we're really starving off the candida, and your cravings do go down. What we are craving, really, what the human craves normally is sweets. If you're craving salt, that definitely points to weak adrenals, as you know. And you can actually have some celery. You can have a little bit of celery with a little bit of nut butter, but that also depends on what you're detoxing and where you are in your detox diet. I don't know. I think celery sticks, and I think I think peanut butter, but you can also make any amount of really clean oil-free dressings. You can also drink celery juice, because that is a good application of that celery salts in the celery. But you're healing your adrenals, and I don't know what detox herbal protocol that you're getting with the herbs, but you should be getting, if you're doing something really comprehensive, you want to be getting in that parasite M, and that really helps with a lot of those cravings as well, and getting rid of that candida. Oh, good. Sherry says, I checked this morning and my kidneys are filtering. Yay, that is so good. We're going to have a future class in another course on kidney filtration, what it should look like. There's so much to learn, you guys. There's so much to learn about this. And I'm so glad that you guys are here to learn about it. But yeah, kidneys filtering, way to go, girl, way to go. Going to the dentist at the end of July to see if what's happening, might need to get more bone graft. Oh my gosh, I hope you don't need that. Healing vibes to you, honey. You've been through the ringer with this. Thanks. Thank you for your time and your help. You're so welcome. It's my absolute pleasure. I'm starting to trip on my words. That might be a sign that I might need a little bit of watermelon juice, and I might need to end class soon as well. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. That's awesome. You are new. I thought so. I know that. I would recognize your name for sure. Yes, white tongue, but I will be taking Dr. Moore's Parasite M, so that will also help. Yes, absolutely. Also, for the white tongue and for the candida, Heal All Tea. Oh my gosh, Dr. Moore's Heal All Tea really helped me with mine. I'm detoxing fibroids, among other things. That is so good. That's so good. I have Dr. Moore's detox from one of his specialists. Excellent, 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 excellent. I as well, healing fibroids. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. How many papayas should we eat to kill parasites a day? I don't know, but I know that some of the raw vegan experts that I follow eat papayas. They Freely. Do you know Freely, the banana girl? She eats like 3 or 4 papayas every morning, or a lot of mornings. Really super good. Really, really good to kill parasites. I can't wait till we move to Mexico, Jennifer, when I can get truly ripe, good papayas. The papayas we get up here in Canada, yeah, no bueno, no bueno. As many as you can. As many as you can. As many as you can. There is no limit. You can do a full-on papaya, which is an actual type of melon. You can actually eat, you can do a papaya mono fruit meal. You can do a papaya mono fruit feast. You can eat as many papayas as you can get in you. It will all be good. Where do we go for Dr. Moore's herbs or teas? I will show you. Where's my banners? Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Right here. So if you go to Dr. Moore's herbalhealthclub.com, you can get his herbs there. Really, really helpful for you. Yes, I have the Heal All Tea, so I will drink it. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad for you. With all the seeds, yes, I know her. I don't know. Experiment with it. Do a little bit of research. Like I said, don't eat papaya because I don't get good quality papaya here at all. And the seeds in particular are really, really good for parasites. But I can't direct you properly on that right now, Jennifer. I'll look into it and I'll see what I can find out about eating the seeds, or if anybody else knows, you can drop the comments. I know that the papaya seeds are very good for eliminating parasites. So, but how much should you eat of that? I don't know. I think you're gonna have to experiment with that, do a little bit of research and see what you can find out. Burns, can you post the Heal All Tea? Yes, I already have the Heal All Tea ingredients. Number 1, I did a whole entire class on making the Heal All Tea at home if you cannot order directly from Dr. Moore's. There is a video in the masterclass playlist on YouTube. You can check it there. And Paula, if you are in our Facebook group, you can go ahead and search in the Facebook group for Heal All Tea, and you'll see my posts on it there. Yeah. Yes, the seeds kill the papaya seeds kill parasites. Yes, yes indeed, and yes, you can eat the seeds. Thanks, Mel. Yes, I know they are like aniseed. Oh, are they? Do you like them? Okay, all right. Take the shell off of the seeds and dry them. They're very peppery tasting. Okay, good to know. I've read, especially for pets to cleanse parasites, that you should only have a few papaya seeds, very potent. That's what I mean. Do some research. I cannot direct you on that because I've not done the research on that. So, I don't think I would recommend eating a whole entire papaya full of seeds. At least my intuition tells me not. Can you post the lung tea ratio recipe? I have not come up with the lung tea ratio recipe, Jennifer, but generally speaking, the way it works is that if you go onto Dr. Morse's website for his herbs here, and you find any of his tinctures, there is a list of herbs contained within that tincture. It's not just one herb. And generally speaking, the ratio the first couple of them are usually 5, a ratio of 5. And then the next couple would be a ratio of 4, and so on until you get down to 1. And we're playing with herbs, so you can't go wrong with your ratios either, right? Remember that. No, I don't like them. I just eat them. Okay. Well, you're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job, babe. You're really doing it. All right, guys, I'm going to end class here for tonight. In the next class, which will most likely be on Monday, I know it's a little bit of... we're starting our juice cleanse on Monday. So I really want to keep the starting on Monday classes to be all about talking about juices, about how to actually do your juice cleanse. So I might do a bonus class on Sunday, because I've got a few more, one more lesson to do to complete this 8-part series on how to get started on your detox. So stay tuned for that. And then on Monday, we start our juice cleanse together. You guys, I'm so excited. Yes, I saw that Dr. Morse did a video 3 hours ago. Yeah. All right, guys, good night. I love you all so much. Keep it juicy. Keep eating your fruits. And remember, let go of what you think you know. I love you guys so much. I will see you all very soon. Mwah.